What is up, y'all? It's your girl, Brand New, and honey, I am back in the building. Listen, this time, honey, I am back because I want to read the comments of the people. I want to get their opinions about this whole Arion and Original Straight No Chaser conversation. So without further ado, let's get off into it. So one person says, she said that Martell was chasing her, but also said that Martell told her that if she wanted him to leave her alone, then she needs to free herself. So when Nate told her that she also was chasing him, that's why. But she doesn't see it like that. She still doesn't take accountability, and I think she's incapable of doing so in her current state of mind. She is going to be by Martell's side forever, and if Martell ever gets another woman, she'll be there to F it up. She looks at Mel as if she is her role model, but she lacks discipline to boss up on her own. She doesn't know how to work hard. She's not consistent. Things could be different. She doesn't do what she says she's going to do, nor is she consistent with her posting if she wants to be an influencer. Who the hell she go influence, okay? Influence the people to sleep with somebody else's husband, honey, and be on the bench for 10 plus years without a title, honey. Like, who the hell she go influence, okay? So the person continues to say, I'm amazed. She thinks things are just going to be hers without doing any work. You're supposed to boss up on a show that you didn't help create. You're supposed to have a G-Wagon like Mel because you're dealing with her ex. Work for something of your own, please. And close your legs to married men. Honey, Miss Robinson put that in there, okay? The person goes on to say, she talked about she don't know what really attracted Martell to her. Unfortunately, it was her low morals and easiness to do what he wants as a married man. Now that he's not married, the thing she can offer him is not enough to sustain him. Thus, they'll never get married, but she's okay with continuing to be that kind of example for her children. Okay, anyways, let me get up off my soapbox. Now that was a read, okay? Another person says, it was a part in here where she was like, Nay was like, what's your love language? And then Arion says, it doesn't take much. I bet it don't. To take them drawers off, honey. Okay, put them damn drawers back on, girl. Another person says Arion is not a public figure. She was messing with somebody else's husband in public. I put that in there, child. I'ma throw shade if I can't get paid. Okay. Nobody would even know who she was without her opening her big mouth. She revealed herself to the fan base. Another person says, girl, you just admitted you had a baby to be spiteful. I told y'all that baby was a revenge baby. Y'all didn't listen. Another person says Coleslaw was harassing Mel about her own husband. They both mad because they broke. She talking about Coleslaw and Martell hook-headed hoe, honey. Hook-headed, honey, is what Miss Robinson called that fool. Another person says not only did she sit on his face after he called you a peasant on national TV, but he also called you low class. Another person says she admitted that Martell be loving Melody, so if she knows this, why does she keep running behind him? Another person says, what has Mel done to Arion? Arion dated Melody's husband for years. Young or old, at the end of the day, Arion, you are wrong. Now Martell is divorced. He is yours. Melody gave Martell her husband at the time to you. Another person says this girl cheated with the creator of the show's husband, was spending Mel's hard-earned money and expects to be in her show too. She's still delusional. Another person says, what is Arion's end game? Because it's been stagnant for about 10 years and he hasn't even given her that criminal last name of Holt. Criminal. I wonder what Martell mom thinks about him telling Ariane about Mel's personal business. My boy can tell that girl whatever he want to tell her. Melody shouldn't have told that man her business if she ain't want that man to tell the whole world. That's how I see it. My boy is a good boy. Okay, he a good boy. Melody should have kept her business to herself. Y'all know what Miss Marlene think, okay? Mel gave Martell to her and she's still trying to do stuff to hurt her. Why? Another person says, why Melody name can't stay out of her mouth? I know I heard Melody's name at least 30 times. She is obsessed like a MF. Another person says, this has to be the most ignorant conversation I have heard in years. The only thing that girl should be saying is, I was wrong for dating a married man and I now understand the impact I've played in destroying many lives, including my own. That's it. There's nothing else to say. Another person says, wow, Ariane admitted to having knocks out of spite. I hope Martell gives her the full effect of who she is. Another person says, she said if Martell and Melody were not on TV, she wouldn't have had that baby. So Ariane purposely got pregnant in hopes to be on the show. Another person says Mel created her own platform. Now you need to create one of your own, baby girl. Another person says you destroyed a marriage no matter how she looked at it. You could have stopped him. Just say no, he was married. Another person says Melody wasn't just given a platform. Melody built the platform that she stands on. Ariane will never be that girl. Melody was raised by a boss and was a boss before she met Martell. Melody will continue to be a boss and Ariane will continue to be a peasant. Another person says Gigi did not make it seem like she was siding with the man on that live. She told Ariane clear as day that whatever she thought she was getting from Martell, that Mel was getting it too, along with all her other bills paid, and that when he kisses her, it was after he tasted Mel's Tootsie Roll. Ooh, child, y'all so nasty. And that her thing was not all that because a man will be a man and sleep with you if you let him. Exactly. Okay, these whores be thinking they special. Another person says she acts like she didn't play a part in the downfall of his marriage, all the while taunting and stalking and harassing his wife. Another person says people always talk about how Martell's biggest downfall was Ariane, but can we talk about how her biggest downfall is also Martell? It's scary to see how self-aware she is, but it's like there's a dark energy that refuses to let her clear her eyes and see that she's not going to have shit or be shit as long as she stays under that man. He will not encourage her to pursue anything. Yeah, because he wants her dependent upon him. Okay? Because his grip on her has always been the fact that she's so emotionally and financially reliant on him. The time she should have spent building herself, her career and finances, her social life, her mindset has been wasted completely on a man that doesn't have a single good intention for her. That part right there. I was going to say that she'll get to a stage where she realizes that she wasted her whole life on a no good man, but sadly, I think she's already there. Honestly, I think that she thinks this about herself exactly how the public perceives her. She talks highly about how Melody was able to move on and boss up, and I think that torments her even more. I agree. It does. Another person says, I'm at a loss for words at the moment. I don't think there's nothing else to be said because Ariane knows better but refuses to do better. I can't make this make sense. She needs deep therapy. Yeah. She talking to everybody but the damn therapist. Another person says she is obsessed with Mel. These recordings are focused on Mel more than Martell. Why did she think Mel would ever want to be her friend? She needs a lot of therapy and medication. Like I keep telling y'all, these women be in a competition. There are a lot of evil women out in the world, and they be wanting your life. They want your man. They want your job. Some of them may want your damn kids. I'm serious. Like, people be out here jealous. And it's really pathetic. Another person says it went sour because you continued the shenanigans with Melody's husband after the two of you had a conversation. Melody didn't call you to keep tabs on Martell. At that time, Melody knew you continued to pursue her husband despite her speaking with you. You contributed to the demise of her marriage. That would anger me too. Yeah, like I said, though, Ariane took that as, oh, I'm sleeping with her husband and she ain't knocked the shit out of me yet. Shit, she must be compliant with all of this. She must be cool with this. That is the mindset of these side chicks, these women on the first floor. I keep telling y'all how they think. And that's why I tell y'all, pay them dust, okay? You can kill anything by not feeding into it. Another person says, Coleslaw thinks things would have been different if she was on TV. No, things would have been different if she hadn't messed with someone's husband. That's why people don't like her. But one thing Coleslaw was right about, she's no Jocelyn. Yeah, because she tried to compare herself to Jocelyn off of Love and Hip Hop. Because there's no comparison. First off, Stevie J and Mimi were not married, and Jocelyn had a baby, but Stevie left, got to the bag in a big way, and was in another relationship. Coleslaw, in turn, has broken up a marriage, had a baby, and never became his wife, but is still with Martell. Being used for pleasure and the duties Martell said that she must do. Yeah, y'all remember he said she got a lot of work to do. He over there treating her like a slave, honey. Okay. Another person says, play the audio where Martell said if he knew his life would be like this, he would have just sat at the house and waited on Melody hand and foot and cooked and everything else. He knows a bad bee brings something to the table. Coleslaw brings nothing to the table but a bunch of worthless holes. Ooh, not the holes, honey. Okay. Another person says Martell's mother told Melody that Martell's side chick was pregnant with a boy. He told her that his side chick was pregnant on Mother's Day. Ariane is trying to make herself seem decent. Melody never tries to make Ari relevant. Melody left Martell 5 years ago, and he's been with Ariane for 9 years and still hasn't claimed her. Exactly. Another person says, I'm wondering, what is your end game with this nay? One person says, anything for views. Another person responds to that and says, right, like how many more recorded phone calls do we need? Let this ish go. Who cares? People have affairs all the time and life goes on. Another person says, this girl is truly delusional. I don't know how it went sour. She says about her relationship with Mel. Mel was never your friend. Are you serious? It went sour from the time you came into her life by the way of you having an affair with her husband. She didn't exchange numbers with you so that y'all could be friends. She didn't want you in her life. You were screwing her husband. You were a thorn in her side. You never heard keep your friends close and your enemies closer. Mel was trying to salvage her marriage at that time. Do you actually think there ever came a time while she was still married that she was cool with you being with her husband? Did you actually think she saw you as an equal to her? Lord, somebody help this poor child. Another person says Martell is playing a dangerous game with this young woman. Any woman that allows a man to come back to her whenever he wants, that is not good. Another person says she acts as though because a man pursues her, that means she cannot say no or turn him down, even if he persists. It's still her choice to interact. She could have blocked him. If he showed up at her door, she could have called the police or did whatever it is she needed to do to show him that she was serious about not having anything to do with him. She talking about she don't give him the same energy like she used to, as though that matters. The point is, you are still giving him energy. What a dummy. Ooh, child. Another person says most women who were cheated on knows the pain cuts deep and will refuse to inflict that pain onto another woman. Yeah, because in that audio, she admitted that her baby daddy cheated on her. Okay, she finally tells the truth about that. So you really shouldn't have did that to Melody. Okay, now if she said I was cheated on by many men and got fed up, that would make sense to her not caring anymore. But you're telling me from one experience, she decided that all men were no good. Then she lied about why she continued to stay with Martell. Obviously, she already had the Tasha K interview as mentioned in this audio, because on TK, she said it was the conversations that kept her in the relationship with Martell. Now it's the chemistry. We just click in that way. The only thing that kept her in that relationship allegedly was the money and lifestyle. I wholeheartedly believe that she knew who Martell was prior to the hookup. Ariane is a broken child whose only intent was to help break up a family. She is truly a case study. Martell did a number on her mental. There is so much psychological warfare going on in her mind, and she exposed that by saying that she was thinking the other day, why did Melody flip on her after she called her a few times about Martell? Huh? Melody and Martell were divorced when this conversation with Nay happened, and she's still thinking about what her and Melody went through because of this man. In the words of Nay, woo child, she needs to be committed into a psych ward, because ain't no way this lady should be walking around Huntsville without her meds. Ooh, child. And on that note, honey, Miss Robinson is up out of here. Don't forget, guys, to like, comment, and subscribe. I am your girl, brand new, and I will check you guys out in the next video.